morning, everyone. It is February 12th, 2026. Thank you all who have watched my show on Monday night. We went over quite a few things. And thank you all for who you guys left comments down below and questions for our next, the bigger show, longer show for next week, next Monday. So thank you all very much. You guys can do the same under this video. Leave your questions, topics that you want me to go over, and I will include those on the next Monday night show. The night shows are going to be a little bit longer and go over more. But every Thursday I am, because I did a poll and you guys all voted in the community section of my YouTube page. I did a poll and all of you voted, and by a landslide wanted a Thursday morning show. So I will be doing that going forward. So this is our first one of the new series. I will be highlighting a few hot topics that are going on currently. Some interesting things I'm going to pull up. I'm also going to make an announcement that's something really cool that I want to share with you all. And also tomorrow, so I want to share screen. Tomorrow evening, I will be over on Janine Steffen's channel. Ripple of Waves is her new YouTube channel. So make sure you guys tune in. I will be sharing the link below and in the description of the video and also on all my platforms. But the link to get to her channel, subscribe, follow. But I will be live tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Janine will be interviewing me. It's going to bring back the style of the first interview. Janine was the first person who ever interviewed me personally about, where I come from and everything. So when I first started, but now she's going to do it again. She's going to interview me. I'm going to talk about myself as a regular person here, my personal life, and some things maybe you didn't know about me, but I will be sharing and just kind of freestyling whatever I feel like sharing, I will. But I'm really looking forward to this, you guys. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be awesome. And it's the day before Valentine's Day, of course. So that's going to be really fun. It's always good to connect with Janine. She's such a sweetheart, and I can't wait. Very excited. So you don't want to miss it. And since, speaking of Valentine's Day, actually, so tomorrow is the 13th, Friday the 13th, which I don't have any superstition about ever. I feel like it's a good day. But anyway, the 14th, which is Saturday, so February 14th, Valentine's Day, I want to share something that kind of goes along with that, okay, on the topic of love, of course. I want to share this with you guys. So as you all know, I am getting married this May 24th. So what we're doing is we're going to have a professional come in. He's going to video the ceremony, of course. So, I was thinking, I'm like, well, I have a lot of you that have become friends through my career here. Not just customer clients, for readings, but we've become friends. So there's so many of you, and as much as I would love to invite all of you to the wedding, that would be thousands of people. So what I did was, I'm like, well, hey, as long as we're going to video this ceremony, why don't we have you guys be there virtually? So virtually, yes, you can watch the ceremony when the video is, of course, it's going to be done professionally, but, once he has it ready. So he said it wouldn't take that long, but you guys would be able to watch virtually and actually be a part of it and watch my big day. So if you would like a virtual ticket, it's only $5 for a virtual ticket. So I will be putting the links down below on how you can do that. As I'm speaking right now, you probably hear some background noise. Outside, they're like, it's like they're power washing, so you might hear that. I apologize. I was going to do a show outside today, but no, it would be way too loud. But my Thursday morning shows will probably be outside going forward. But I just, I don't like when they're doing stuff around here. But anyways, it'll be good. They're power washing, they're cleansing. It's great. But anyways, yes, I wanted to share this with you guys, that you are invited if you wanted to be a part of it. So many of you have asked if you could donate or help in any way towards the wedding. So I appreciate it, and thank you guys so much. So this is the way that you can. It's only for $5, But thank you all who have reached out and said, how can I help you? I want to contribute to your big day. So I'm like, you know what? I'll think of something, and here you go. So you're all invited, be a virtual guest. I'll put all the links down below so that you guys can do that. But I'm so excited. I'm very excited with planning it. I already have my dress. This Saturday, Valentine's Day, I will be taking it to a seamstress and get that ball rolling, of course. And I'll have to go for more fittings before the big day, of course, to make sure it's still, it's perfect, of course. But I'm so excited. So I have my dress. I have everything. We don't have the cake yet. We don't have that going yet, but we're thinking ideas on that. So the cake and so many other things like little decorations, stuff like that. So it's just so exciting. I love it. I love all that kind of stuff. Anything around love, I'm all about it. So very excited to share that with you guys. But hey, let's get into some topics that you guys are probably seeing going around, being spread around there. So a lot of you, it was at the end of the last show on Monday. We were talking about Savannah Guthrie and her mom, Nancy, who is missing, right? So I just want to highlight that, kind of pick up where we left off. That was towards the end of the show on Monday. I talked a little bit about that. But I want to share here. So our good friend Lance Shuttler actually brought this to me. So this is something that he shared that I want to share with all of you. And just take a listen here. Here we go.
And that you are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that that is completely not true and that disavow QAnon in its entirety?
I know nothing about QAnon.
I just told you.
I know very little. You told me, but what you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say that. I know nothing about it. I do know they are very much against pedophilia. They fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it.
They believe it is a satanic cult run by the deep state.
The subject. I'll tell you what I do know about. I know about Antifa, and I know about the radical left, and I know how violent they are and how vicious they are, and I know how they're burning down cities run by Democrats, not run by Republicans.
Republican Senator Ben Sasse said, quote, QAnon is nuts, and real leaders call conspiracy theories conspiracy theories. Why not just say it's crazy and not true?
He may be right. I just don't know about QAnon.
You do know.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Let me ask you another thing.
Let's waste the whole show. You start off with white supremacy, I denounce it. You start off with something else, let's go. Keep asking me these questions.
I do have one more in this vein.
Let me just tell you, what I do hear about it is they are very strongly against pedophilia. And I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree with it.
But there's not a satanic pedophile cult
no idea. I know nothing
You don't know that? Okay.
No, I don't know that.
Neither
do you know that.
Okay, just this.
Okay, so that's just a little clip, and it's going to tie into something I have else to share with you guys. Let me go back. I have to go back to the actual post. So that was, a while ago. But anyways, he does know. Okay, he does know, obviously. He knows what they believe. But also, let me share screen again. But in the Q post, that's what I'm trying to share, the image with it. I wonder if you guys could see that. Share this tab instead. Okay, so NBC, Savannah Guthrie, okay, of course. Remember the QAnon questions to Trump during the 2020 election cycle. So that's what I just showed you. But what I want to show you guys, if you guys can see it, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit more. I wonder if I could do that. But anyway, what you're looking at here is a Q post, okay? This is a Q post, and NBC Savannah Guthrie is in there. These reporters and networks have been named in the WikiLeaks to have colluded with the DNC Hillary campaign during the 2016 election cycle. But yeah, this is showing it. So here we go. There you go. So that's the post, but she is on there, as well as Diane Sawyer, David Muir, Cecilia Vega, George Stephanopoulos. So they're all on there, of course. Okay, so in the Q post. But what I want to share with you guys, if you didn't know already, the husband of Savannah actually was a big part of, wiping the emails, getting rid of emails, hacking, and doing all these things for the Clintons. So tying into this case with Nancy, her mom being missing and all, and I don't believe she's alive, but I believe there's so much more that's going to circle back around. And as we get more information and more research comes forward and people are sharing things, we're going to figure this out. But it's all going to lead back, and it's pretty bad with the Epstein stuff. I believe that's where it's going to go and go into. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I found that an interesting old clip that is circulating. But also, I have other topics too. So, X Money is also circulating. I'm going to share this post. So, X Money, Elon Musk. I think there's a little clip here. Let's see if there's volume.
We actually had X Money live in closed beta within the company, and we expect in the next month or two to go to a limited external beta, and then to go worldwide to all X users. And this is really intended to be the place where all the money is, the central source of all monetary transactions. So it's really going to be a game changer. For X Money, we actually had X Money live in closed beta within the company, and we expect in the next month or two to go to a limited external beta, and then to go worldwide to all X users. And this is really intended to be the place where all the money is, the central source of all monetary transactions. So it's really going to be a game changer. For X Money, we actually had X Money live in closed beta.
Monetary transactions, okay. X Money is going to be big. Okay, and why I'm sharing this with you, and I can pull cards on it, and I will, but I can tell you already, intuitively, I already know that once X Money takes the stage, it is launched, and it's fully active, I predict that that's when we're going to see XRP. We're going to start to see all these other cryptos too. We're going to see them blast off and do very well. So I also am bringing this up because I feel that you guys need to, if you want to invest in crypto, that now is the time to get more, especially at the lower numbers that they're at. I would get it now, start accumulating it now. Because I am feeling that once X Money takes off, all the cryptos, all of that's going to just blast off. And this is beautiful, I think. And there's some people that probably won't like this, but I think X Money is huge. This is the future. This is just the start. It's going to be even more amazing like down the road, but this is just the beginning of it. But I'm telling you, once this launches and this takes off, that's when we're going to see the cryptos blast. And I don't believe there's a set date yet for when this truly launches and when everybody can use it. But it's going to be available to all X users. So, and I feel like it's coming soon. Now, as we have seen in the readings previously, it was springtime that we would see the huge, something huge with XRP and blasting off with the other cryptos as well. They seem to kind of follow each other. So that's what I want to look into for you guys. And again, Lance Shetler brought this to my attention about X Money and how cool it is and how, this is really going to be massive. But I really felt right away as he was speaking about it that that's going to be the time, and that's going to be when they're going to make these cryptos blast off. So let me ask, I'm going to ask my spirit guides, Archangel Michael. I've called them all in before I started here, but let's just ask if they could assist us. Will XRP and other cryptos, mostly XRP we're after, will they blast off? Will we see a blast off to help people gain more abundance, to change their lives. As X Money launches, is there a connection there? Here we go. First card I'm getting is the card of connection. It is the Two of Cups. So yes, and I'm hearing harmony. They will be in harmony. So yes, this is all a setup. So absolutely, it is going to kind of set the stage and make things push forward and blast off. So as I ask the question, are they connected? And then we get the Two of Cups. Absolutely, they are. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Seven of Cups. We also have transformation, the Death card, and then Gemini. Okay, they're giving us a zodiac. I love that. The Lovers card is Gemini. May and June is Gemini. But going back to the Seven of Cups, remember we started with the first card, verifying that the connection between X Money and seeing a blast off with XRP and other cryptos as well is a yes. It is connected. It's going to work in harmony. The Seven of Cups also going in many different directions, okay? So X Money is a lot more, it has a different complex things that it's going to be used for. It's going to grow. It's just like I said earlier, this is just the beginning. It's going to be helping in so many different aspects in the financial system. Then we have the Death and the Rebirth, okay? So also, we've said this before, I've said this before, it's going to be a transition into the new financial system. Reset is a transition. It is not a complete death and panic with the people and their money. It's not a panic situation. It's not chaos. It's very well organized and planned, and it's going to be a transition. So this rebirth is from darkness to light, bringing income, bringing abundance to everyone who's a part of it, and then to all people. Because once it blasts off, people are going to want to be a part of it that didn't, have faith in it before. Then they're going to want to be a part of it. And they will also benefit. So I don't think that there's going to come a time that it's ever too late to get in. There's going to be good opportunity to get in, like right now when prices are lower. Whenever something drops, that's when you want to get in. And silver's, you're never going to see really low again at like $17 or $20 ever. But so you might as well get it now before it's like 500 an ounce, or 300 an ounce, But the XRP and other cryptos as well. Whatever you intuitively feel magnetically pulled towards, do it. Get some, especially when they're down. That's when you want to get in because it's going to be a transition. But then again, we have Gemini, the Lovers card. So they're giving us, when I ask Spirit to help us out, they're giving us Gemini season. So May, June is going to be a very hot time to see our cryptos blast off. I love how that poll just came through. That was awesome. But yeah, I wanted to touch base on that. So Monday night, I will be going over more cryptos. We'll do XRP. We'll do a lot of them that you guys already requested in the comment section of the last show. So if you have other requests, please put them down below this show. I will be looking at all the comments before Monday night, and I will make sure that I cover everything that you guys are asking, especially with the financials when it comes to that. We already went over silver on Monday. We were predicting that there would be fluctuations this week. We would see a rise and then like a balancing. So it's still fluctuating, balancing. But we are going to see it go higher, towards that $100 again and over. But I think that's a little bit closer to March. Okay, but we'll keep looking into it. I looked into it Monday. We'll give it some time. We'll look into it next Monday. Now let's see. I think I have another thing to share with you guys too. And it happened at the Super Bowl. Let's see where to go. I think it's this one. Let me share this one. Now just take a listen. I'm going to back it up and just take a listen.
You heard that, right? All right, here it is again. Pay attention very closely.
Okay.
There you go.
So I hope you guys heard that. It might be a little hard to hear, but what was announced was from the nation's capital and the military district of Washington. There you go. So it was stated, it was said at the Super Bowl. I missed that. I mean, we had it on. I wasn't paying attention, but of course, but I didn't hear that. So wow, that's pretty good. It's a good catch. You know, people are sharing this, and this is going around. And it's great because a lot of people that aren't awakened yet, they're going to see that and they'll be like, oh, wow. So that's also not a conspiracy theory. That's actually true, too. So, I mean, it's just pretty cool to see that everyone out there is sharing. And I encourage all of you, share, use your voice, speak, you know, get out there, share memes, share things you believe in, just spread, because the more you do that, the more you're helping with this great awakening, and that's what we're all here for. I am a firm believer that we are almost like troops, you know, spirit and the arrangement that we have with our soul and our contracts and our purpose, especially those of us here right now that have many years to go. You know, there's some of us that didn't want to be here for the Great Awakening, and they're checking out right now because they have other missions on the other side. They're doing stuff on that side that they would, you know, they signed up for. But a lot of us signed up for this side, the earth realm, being here. And we're troops. The troops are here. That's us. We're all together. We need to stick together, though, come together. And yeah, we won't have everyone come together. There's always going to be people that are against us. And that's usually, you know, they're going to be the ones that are in the comfort level of just doing what they're used to. And they don't want to break into this new world. And when I say new world, I don't mean that everything's, you know, like it's a different place. I'm talking this world that we're in right now. It's transforming into the beautiful new world of being more independent, sovereign, authentic self, doing what you authentically love. And that's what we're heading into. We're into the era of authenticity, the golden era of abundance, sovereignty, abundance for everyone, and being free, living more freely, having more time with your family and love. And that's what we're moving into. And we're here for that great awakening, that transition into it. But not everyone will awaken, and some will stay in their bubble of what they're used to, of control. It's just like an example. It's just like a toxic relationship. There's individuals that never leave toxic relationships, and they continue finding them and staying in those cycles. They never wake up to the reality of choosing themselves and freedom and, you know, living a better quality of life. They're used to the abuse. So similar to those that don't, and they refuse to awaken, and they have TDS very badly. They're used to abuse, so slavery, and lies and illusion. So a lot of people will be comfortable in that illusion. They won't ever raise their frequency. And you all know this because you all have people in your lives, loved ones, even relationships, that just kind of fall away from each other. And we're seeing another shift of that right now. I know I said I do a crystal ball reading, and I am doing a reading right now. I'm just not touching it. It's just all flowing through me right now. But we're going through another shift right now, and Spirit is letting me know this. Another shift of a breaking, a breaking pattern, a breaking in certain relationships, family members, because we're having it's another branch of the awakening. We've already gone through several stages, but now we're going through a new branch. So we're rising higher, but then those that are still at the beginning of their awakening, they're going to catch up to us eventually. But the branch that we have reached, there's another shift and another break off. So some people will be falling away from you that you might not expect. And not all about death. They're telling me it's not all about people. They don't mean that people are just dying off. There will be some of that, but what they're trying to share with me is that it's more of a break in frequency. They will no longer resonate with you, and you will no longer resonate with them. So there's another great divide of those that will be happy in their bubble, their toxic bubble of 9 to 5 and the matrix. They're going to stay in that little matrix until everything's transformed, and they'll have no choice but to grow and do the work and find themselves. That will be very difficult for them. But by that point, our world will be completely in a whole new time and space. We will be having more of this abundance coming in. People will be happier. But there's going to be a lot of welcoming for those that do want to come into the new world and shift into sovereignty and living more freely and authentically. That's what they're sharing with me. So we all have a major role, not to push people to awaken. I mean, everything's out in the open now. All the darkness is being exposed that we've been waiting for. So it's all there. It's all there for them to awaken on their own and process and reflect. But we are not here to push it on them any longer. We already tried that, about the mandatory jabs. We already tried to help in that way. And we were forcefully trying to help them and help them see what we see, that it's manipulation and control and dangerous, toxic, poison. So they're telling me that we're moving on from a point of that, of you just let things flow, let people discover on their own, but you keep moving forward. They're telling me you keep moving forward and just, you can't look back anymore. They're at the bottom of the hill. You're climbing this mountain over here. You don't want to go back to the bottom and to the hill. You've already awakened in that process. They'll figure it out on their own. They'll process it. They'll eventually get up there. They'll eventually rise, because it will be very hard and very devastating for them to stay in that toxic cycle of slavery. That matrix is dying out. But a lot of them are going to stay until it completely dies and dries out. And then they'll be forced to change and to grow for survival, because it'll be a whole new world. So it is a process. We're all here. We all have our journeys. We all have different, what they're showing me is we all have different speeds. They're showing me tracks, actually. So it looks like tracks, almost like race tracks, that we all have different speeds and timing of when we're going to get to that place of authenticity, doing your passion. So don't feel too pressured. Don't feel like you're running out of time. Don't feel like you're not figuring it out fast enough, or nothing's coming to me. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm passionate about. Don't be so hard on yourself. All of it will come together. You will hear it. You will feel it. You'll discover it. Maybe it's through some discovery or someone. I feel like for a lot of you, it's someone that will inspire you. And then everything will kind of click together, because you're going to see other people doing what they love and they're passionate about, dumping their old jobs and going for what they've always wanted to do, because they'll be able to. And they're telling me, don't think about the money. Don't think about financials. Just think about what you're passionate about, and all of that is going to fall into place. Too much attention, too much energy, it's lack mentality. When we say we need something, we need this to happen before I can do this, it's claiming a lack mentality, and that's pushing it away. So they want us to focus on what you're passionate about. Focus on the blessings in your life right now. No matter how hard it is, right? Hard to pay your bills right now. Yes, probably. But we need to focus on the happier things. That will take care of itself if we focus over here, move forward in this direction with what you're passionate about. And what actions can you take right now to make a difference in your life, to have a happier everyday routine? The abundance is coming. They're telling me the abundance is coming. We don't have to worry. We will also be receiving. That's the word I'm seeing. We'll also be receiving. We will be very happy, but it is going to take time. And during this time, we need to really stay patient and trust and just move forward. Move forward with what you're focused on. Put your energy on what makes you feel love. What makes you feel love and happiness in a high vibration. Do not worry about the abundance. It is coming. And I really feel, I know they can't tell me when exactly, because I get this all the time. When I do the personal readings for you guys, I connect with your loved ones on the other side. They will kind of harass me, and in a nice way. You guys do harass me. And it's like, I have to tell them, I'm like, your daughter's appointment is not until next Friday, like a week from like tomorrow, So I hear ya. I'll see you then. But they don't know time because it doesn't exist. So they're like, okay, I'll be back. And I hear them all the time. They come really early, and I have to tell them, oh, not yet. I've got her coming. I've got Betty coming on. She's coming in 2 days. She's not here yet. Or whoever it is. But that's how I know that they don't know time. So when we ask for time frames, they don't know. They're just like, I don't know, but I could give you like what kind of day it'll look like, which they'll give me the sunshine or flowers for spring or summer, really hot, So they'll tell me like what it'll be like, what it's going to feel like that day. But what I'm feeling like with this abundance and receiving all that tax money that we're owed, that was all, fraudulently funding these terrible, evil crimes, I feel like that is coming in, but it is a warm weather, and I think it's got to be spring or early summer or something. But I feel like the back pay, all of that is this year. I really do. I feel it. But yeah, it's just the timing. I've got to get that. I've got to feel that. I got to get that down. But it is warm. It's going to be warm out, and of course I'm in Florida, but it's a warm time for the country. It's not now. It's not winter. It's got to be spring or summer. But anyways, that's what I can share with you. That was my version of my crystal ball reading, because it was just coming through without touching the crystal. But it just flows. It just comes through. And a lot of you that get personal readings have noticed that. We'll just be talking, and your family members, they're just flowing through me. The family comes through. Or I'll close my eyes and I'll see them as well. But that being said, I do want to share my website, arcanashores.net. And a lot of you, I'm so excited to meet with you, because a lot of you have signed up for my new offering over here. I'm going to share screen. It didn't show up. But my new offering is where I am comparing ancient astrology, so Vedic astrology, with Western tropical. We're looking at both of your charts, and I'm doing all my homework on you before the actual Zoom meeting, so that I have it all done and I can have a good presentation for you and show you what I found. And then you have questions, we'll go over them. It's an hour and a half. Okay, might even run about 2 hours, but that's why I'm allowing an hour and a half to meet with you to go over this, because what we're finding, and I might be saying it wrong, but that extra zodiac, Ophiuchus, and I think that's how you say it, or it might be Ophiuchus, I don't know. Something, however you pronounce it, but they're leaving out that 13 zodiac, 13th one, in the Western tropical. And a lot of you actually have that zodiac. And even if you aren't that zodiac, you are connected to Ophiuchus. All of us are, because we are self-healing. Ophiuchus has a lot to do with our healing abilities of healing self and helping others heal naturally. They hid that 13th zodiac. And I mean, of course, we're in this 12-month calendar for taxes and all this other evil stuff. But the 13th month, the 13th zodiac, all of that that they hid from us, a lot of it has to do with medicine and how to treat and to heal your body and to live long. Ophiuchus he is a god, okay, but he had a lot to do with how to heal and our gifts, the abilities that we have within us. So all of us are tied to him, but a lot of you are actually that zodiac sign, and we're born under that time, and including that 13th zodiac, and it's the November 19th. Here we go, November 19th to December 18th. So now that we've included that, we're going back to the old calendar, but I am comparing it with the 12-month, Western tropical zodiac too. But just so we could see the differences between what are they trying to hide from you and what is it that they wanted you to believe your whole life, and that's it. They wanted to block you from your talents. They wanted to block you from your abilities, so you wouldn't believe in yourself to tap into them. So that's why I'm offering this. It's called Astro Echoes. It's on my website, so arcanashores.net. Like I said, it's like an hour and a half, but I'm doing all my homework on you and research before the meeting. So it is a lot of work, but it's worth it. This is an investigation also for myself, because I want to see among all of you and myself, I want to see all of us together, everyone that I'll be doing these reports on. I want to see, okay, what were they after, besides the healing, besides the abilities that we carry? What else were they trying to hide from us? By keeping us on this 12-month cycle. There's so much more that they're hiding. So it's very interesting. So that's what I'm doing. You can also ask questions. Of course, we can do tarot. What happens is in these meetings is it leads into past lives and your current life. And also then, because your loved ones, of course, they know, oh, you're meeting with my daughter or my son today. So then they know what I'm doing. They're always around me. So of course they chime in. So the other, couple weeks ago, I'm like, man, so what's happening during these Zoom calls is everything that I'm able to do with my abilities, I'm doing in this whole time with you guys. So I'm like, I need to come up with a package that offers everything that I am capable of and giving that to you. So that's what Astro Echoes is all about on my website. So check it out. Go for it. All my other readings are there too. The 30 minutes, the 60 minutes, tarot crystal ball, it's all there. But I thank you all so much. And don't forget, I will be on a show tomorrow night with Janine Steffens. I will be interviewed. Looking forward to it. I will be interviewed and talking about my personal life, sharing that with all of you. But anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. Bye.